Hello and welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today's video we're going to use or talk about the oat grain and what kind of things can you use the oat grain for, apart from making some delicious oatmeal using either oat bran or the oats. Let's talk about the healing properties of the oat grain. Previously in yesterday's video I did talk about oatstraw, and I talked about how I use it to help in relieving tension, stress, and to give some balance to the mental health as well. So the grain can be used for multiple things. It's very useful for skin conditions, specifically when it comes to conditions relating to chickenpox, relating to dry skin, sensitive skin, eczema as well, psoriasis. I find that the oat grain in all its forms and shapes, including oat bran and oatmeal, is very nourishing to the skin cells. So the best way that you can use the oat grain, which in this case we'll refer to oatmeal as the most common type of way you can use it, is to make yourself a poultice. Using the oatmeal, you can use it for skin conditions. These include eczema, these include chickenpox, shingles, cold sores. I remember when my 9-month-old got chickenpox back in 2015. It was a very hard time for us, and one of the things that has really helped in giving his skin the support that it needed, and of course waiting for the chickenpox to finish by itself, also played a big role. So patience is required, but along the way you would need to support your child through this process. And one of the best things that we did on not on a daily basis but more on every 2 days, we would sit him down in a little mini bath and we would have some oatmeal there, just in a little clean sock. I'd put some oatmeal, I'd close the sock, just make a knot in the sock, that way the oatmeal will not release from the sock, so it's closed. And then I just put him in a warm tub of water in a bath and bring the oatmeal that's inside the sock, just simply let it soak, and the color of the water would change to a creamy, milky color. And just as soon as you put your hands in, you would actually feel the moisture that the oatmeal adds, that the water infused in the oatmeal adds to your skin. And it was just really amazing. And I just watching him splash the water and knowing that this thing is helping him. And I started noticing the changes and how fast his body started healing on an external level from the chickenpox was amazing as well. And this is one of the reasons why I recommend using oatmeal for any sort of skin conditions, because it's very moisturizing and it's very nourishing for the skin. One thing is, if you are sensitive to gluten, if you have celiac disease, if you are sensitive to any sort of gluten products, please be mindful, because if you intend to use oatmeal, make sure, or any sort of oat product, whether that's oat straw, oat grain, oat bran, be mindful to use the gluten-free version of that. You don't want to cause any sort of sensitivity because the oat can contain gluten, but nowadays there is a lot of gluten-free options that you are able to use. So we've come towards the end of our video today. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I appreciate you, and I'd love to have you on board. If this content was helpful